We're here at the museum, the Island Museum in Santa Cruz, and we're here in one of these wonderful little courtyards. And this is an old convent that's been converted. And yeah, the ash has kind of fallen here as well. And the nice gentleman here has said it's okay for him to kind of, appear in one of my YouTube videos. And he's cleaning up the courtyard from the ash that has fallen. It's still a lot of ash, even here on the eastern side of the island. And this will take some time, although the eastern side is not as badly affected, but winds are still dispersing ash. So although the volcano stopped, the ash is still redistributed, and therefore it's still in part falling when the wind is strong. And we had some days of intense kalima, so many areas were affected by ash being swirled up into the air. And then, of course, this will come to fall even in areas here. And this problem is not entirely resolved. So the museum is rather lovely, I have to say. It's our last day. We're about to leave very soon. And here's something I wanted to show you in the museum. And that is the basalt millstones. They're just around the corner here. And here we see some of them. So this is basaltic material, and it's vesicular, and that means it sharpens itself when it's grinding down the grain. So tiny little flakes break out. This is not so ideal for your teeth, but it's very efficient for grinding corn and other cereals. And here's two of these millstones. Over there's a few more different size. They're stacked up here, but all of them have vesicularity that we can clearly observe. And this is a trick of the trade to be efficient in milling materials. And I talked to a colleague in Mexico, and he said local people there still make the millstone from basalt, and they find that a certain type of the lava flow is particularly attractive. So it's not every basalt stone that does the job, it's a particular one, and often the secret is passed on from generation to generation. So another thing that I find rather amazing here is the way the basalt pebbles that come down in the canyons with the flash floods, how they are used. And this is rather magnificent, I think. Sorry, there's a display here and they're talking, so I can't stop that. But look at this. This is little basalt cobbles that have been collected from the riverbeds, and they have been laid out in this rather beautiful fashion to make a pattern. And many of the streets here in the old town of Santa Cruz are made with this material. It's very durable, so some of the locals say it's like a free foot massage you get when you walk on it. And it feels a bit like that, to be honest, but it's very durable. So it's set in a type of concrete, and then it's probably a bit bumpy if you go over it with a carriage or so, but it's very lasting, and I think this is the key issue here. So this has been a technique the locals here have used in order to make use of the local resources, and that is an abundance of these pebbles from the beach and from the riverbeds. And this is local basalt that's been washed down. And we talked a little bit about the drainage system here with Juan Carlos recently. So, and this is a result of it. And of course, local people have been very good in making use of whatever resource they can get their hands on. And this has been a way of paving streets in the days prior to our modern street paving technologies using tarmac. And this is not only efficient, I also think it's beautiful. So, and just because I'm going back to Scandinavia very soon, here's a donation from the Queen of Denmark. This is a plant that the Queen of Denmark donated here to the museum, and it's growing here. And here, just next to it, probably a competitive move, there is another plant donated by the King of Sweden. So, and around the corner is a few other countries. There's Ireland and the UK, and of course the King and Queen of Spain is represented as well. So, and I like to kind of close my little report from the courtyard here in the museum, and it's a beautiful old convent in the colonial style, the Spanish colonial style, so it's been well worth a visit. Thank you very much for joining me. All the best, and talk very soon.